This is an example of LeanXcale database being deployed with the Unicorn platform. In this video we will show the application we have designed to run LeanXcale database and how it is instantiated using the Unicorn platform. The application we have is composed by 4 different components. The first one is the LXMETA component. The LXMETA component runs all the component that LeanXcale has to keep the metadata information. The second one is the LXKVDS component. This component has the Kiwi data storage. This is a unit of our storage engine Kiwi. We could have as many instances of this component as we want, but for simplicity, we will use only one. The third node is the LXQE component. This component has the query engine. This component can also scale as much as we want, and it is the one we will use to test the scalability feature of the Unicorn platform. The last node is named TPCC. This node will be used to launch the clients of the benchmark. We have to wait for around 8 minutes to have a full LeanXcale deployment running. Now, we have a LeanXcale deployment running in the Unicorn platform. We will connect from our local machine to the LeanXcale console to check that all the components of LeanXcale are up and running. Then, we will create the tables and indexes needed to run the TPCC benchmark through an SQL command line tool. After creating the database structure, we start the population of the entries needed to run the benchmark. This process takes less than 10 minutes. Finally, we have our test ready to be run. Now, we connect to the database using the SQL command line tool to check that the population has worked fine by running some simple SQL queries. Finally, we run the TPCC benchmark from the TPCC component. To do so, we use the IP address of the LXQE load balancer. Then, we start the Java program that simulates the TPCC clients. After some time running, we get the metrics obtained. The average latency we got is around 200 milliseconds for each TPCC query and the number of new order transaction rate is around 500. This was an example of how we used the Unicorn platform to deploy a LeanXcale database instance and benchmark the performance of the system using the standard TPCC benchmark.